I'm the rep for most of this equipment, mainly the cook line. And first and foremost, it's commercial equipment. I'm not going to scare you. It's as simple as turning on your hot water heater. So it's very simple to use, very simple to clean. The first thing you want to do when you come in, what I always do is turn that hood on. Turn your lights and your hood on so you start, so any gas fumes that might come out, or pile light having to go out and gas is coming off. You'll go ahead and pull that out.
Can you show us how to do that?
It's right there?
Sure, right here.
Oh, okay.
Lights. It says lights and vent. And your lights and your vent. You just come here and switch them on, and the red ones for your fans, it says fans. That light will come on. That light doesn't come on for some reason. Your fans aren't on. But you'll hear it, as you can hear now. So it's pretty simple. This is a KitchenVideoNo1 I'm familiar with. We saw a different brand. Pretty simple. I would, on the filters, first of all, I'd have somebody come wipe this down with some stainless cleaner, just to clean it real good and get all the dust and stuff like that. These filters, basically, y'all just basically use it for Wednesday suppers and stuff like that. So it's not going to be an everyday operation.
No, could be on an advance, but not be every day, but one more, just rinse it.
Well, periodically, just check those filters. They come out very simple. You just got to get up there and grab those handles and pull up and put it, maybe go in the dishwasher. One at a time, y'all have two under-counter Bogarts. So you can put, you probably put 3 or 4 of them at a time. You probably won't have to do that for a year for the amount of y'all going to be using, the amount of grease you're going to be using. The greasiest thing you'll be using is that grill, a charcoal, and a fryer. So that's pretty simple. You got a fire system here, that's a great precaution. You got to have them. You probably hopefully never see it go off. If you do, then that's the problem. You're going to make a heck of a mess. I'm going to start down here with the radiant char roller, which you have that down here. Is this staying right here? Hey, is this going to stay down? Okay.
That's going to move. We can roll it out.
Let's do that.
Danny, may I ask a question about the suppression, fire suppression, whatever? Is that on right now?
Yeah.
What if it got real hot in here or something? Could it ever come on?
It's got to reach a boiling point, and flames have to pretty much touch it. I'm not sure what their temperature set is on that thing, but the highest temperature you'll probably get on this fryer would be about 350. You might get up to 425 with an oven and the heat coming out, but it's got to be. I think ours is 750, maybe 900 degrees. And it hits that point. That's what they call a flashing point.
This is 450.
It's 450, so it'll set it off. No worries, you get that.
Okay.
I've blown one by accident. I've never seen one go off.
Okay.
I've been doing this 27 years, so
all right.
No fears. It's just a great thing to have. So to catch fire on your the biggest thing that's going to catch fire is this, and that's your grease. And if you reach the flashing point, that thing will boil up, hit that, and boom, it'll set it off. You're probably going to be cooking at 350 on the fryer, so that shouldn't be a problem.
The only one that's going to go off will be the one that got
That's the whole thing. It was
all of them
yeah, it's a mess. I mean,
Danny, let me interject something here. This will go off. If there's a little fire you see here, you can't, oil fire, you can't use water to extinguish it. You know that. All right, there is a K-pipe extinguisher right here. You see this one? The silver one. Not the one behind over there by the door. If you have a little small ignition fire, you just go in and grab that one and put it out. Okay? We can replace, refill that a whole lot easier and makes a lot less mess than this. Okay? Because if you let that fire just keep going, don't use that one right there. It will make a heck of a mess. It will take probably about $2,500 to recertify, refill the system, the Ansel system, what we call the chemical sitting up there.
Yes.
And to clean it, you have to take warm, soapy water with towels. You cannot. It looks like, you can wipe it with anything dry or rag. All you do is throw it around. Now, if you leave that stuff on the equipment after it's discharged, you're going to have pitting and you're going to have damage. It will leak through the stains. Okay? So it needs to be cleaned up as soon as possible after it's discharged. Now, we're not saying don't do it, don't use it. In case of fire, Go ahead and grab that one, use it. If you can't put it out, hit that button and walk out. It's going to release that hands and feet. Okay?
Hit which button, right?
Sir,
Which button?
right there. Okay? So we will do it in the back if it gets hot enough. But if you know your heat, see, the automatic system is just in case you work here and something started, we'll take care of it. If you're here, you can't take that tape pipe extinguisher, put it out, pull, walk outside. We'll take care of it. Okay? That's what we need to do.
Turn the fans off. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's right.
And here you go.
The gas is not definitely good.
All right, any questions on that? Either chemical has to be cleaned with warm, soapy water in a rag or towel. You cannot take something like take a towel and just try to wipe it off. It will not come off. Okay?
Radio charbroiler, pretty simple. If y'all want to kind of look over that counter. When you start this thing up, there's pilot lights all down here. The gas valve's back here. Your main gas line's not on right now, so I'm not going to crank that up with me.
I can turn it on. When you're ready to tell me this will, we can do that. We'll have to put the fan on.
Yeah, so personally, I wouldn't light it up right now.
Okay. I said if you want to show them,
No, we don't need that. But your settings on your door lock units back here are already on. So when you turn this gas on, that gas on, actually I'm gonna turn them off. And then you'll come turn everyone on individually. You turn that main power on, or the main gas on, and these are running. Gas will start coming, and you don't want that because it'll start leaking out. And you'll smell it. Use this LP. This is LP or natural. But when you do turn that gas on, make sure your hood's on. And when you turn that main gas on, just start from your left and work your way down and turn each valve on to turn on your pilot lights. So that way you won't have gas, those things on in pilot lights. They're not, it's not censored pilot lights on commercial like it is in the home range. They'll start leaking a little bit of gas, not much. It's nothing to really worry about, but you just don't want that to happen. So,
Okay, so you don't want us to leave those turned on even with the main gas on, unless we're using the machine.
once you crank it up, you'll just leave it alone, leave your pilot lights alone, let your pilot lights run. You don't want to come in here and do this every
You don't
time.
have the pilot lights on now.
Right.
So we need to set that first.
Right.
And that's why I'm saying we may have to go ahead and get them started.
They're very simple, and it's just a waste of gas, and you're not cooking until next Tuesday or Wednesday. I wouldn't. I just crank them up. That's one.
So,
About
Wednesday, August the 24th.
Tuesday the 23rd we might.
23rd.
It's a different thing, Tuesday. Let's just all agree, and I'll address this to Abe, and that we will, before we start cooking in here, the office knows we will turn the gas on, and we can come in and light the pilots. They'll be ready for it. Everybody here, so you don't have to worry about that. Is that fair?
Okay, now you know there's individual valves for each equipment. We also have the main one here. This is your main valve. Cut off inside.
Cuts off the gas?
The gas.
Okay.
This is the gas.
Just-
Also, above the ceiling here, there's the secondary valve. I can't see it. It's right above the ceiling. The main cutoff for the whole building
Yes.
gas is outside the building. There's a meter, and we can turn that on and off from outside too. Okay? All right, go ahead.
On your charbroiler.
Maybe you had a question?
If the boat people have to come and bond the kitchen, like they did the other one, I had to turn the gas off. Do I turn it off there and just let them come back and relight the
I would
pipe?
turn it off individually. That way you have to turn it back on individually. You don't even need that main. That's a shut off right there. That's your main shut off for some major emergency. You want to shut that thing down.
Okay.
It's the first thing I would do. If you got a big fire, shut that gas, shut your gas supply off at the main right there. You're good. Hopefully it'll work for
But
that.
it'd be easier just to shut each unit
Yes,
off.
ma'am. And you can see it back here. It's just that yellow hose back here, and there's little red knobs. When it's like this, it's off. When it's like that, it's on. Just like your top light on. Literally, they're exactly the same. When you crank this thing up, first off, I would take some tin foil to spare y'all from having to take these things, and I lace this with tin foil, put it back in there. That way, after you cook, you can pull it out and make a nice, easy, clean job. Pull it out, throw it away, you're done. Reline it, your life is good. The pilots are right here. You can see them pretty easily right underneath here.
Anybody wants to walk to it, that's fine. Maybe they can.
They're underneath these. That's your radiant. Just called a radiant. The difference between char rock and radiant. This is radiant. The nice part about radiant is the burner's right underneath here. Your pilot's right underneath here. You just go in here, you pull this thing off, light your pilots, put it back on. The nice thing about radiant is it doesn't. It's not charcoal. It doesn't absorb the grease. It doesn't flare up. So anything dropping down here, it's so hot it kind of flares and it goes away. So that's the good part about radiant. A little more expensive than char rock, but 100 times better. Your grates, pretty simple. Put them back on. You're ready to go. When you first crank, all this equipment is new, so I would suggest doing this or do this. When you first turn this thing on, don't turn it on high. This is manually controlled. You just turn to your left all the way as high. And what you will probably end up doing after you cook one for a while, you gotta get used to it. You can mark where you want to turn it to, as to how high the temperature you want as you cook. That's kind of a test and feel kind of thing. You just kind of get in here and work with it, and you'll figure it out. Sometimes you might want something to eat, depending on what you're cooking. You can set 4 different ranges of temperatures. You probably want to make it even all the way across, but it's only 24 inches. A lot of big 60-inch units, they'll put halfway on one half, medium rare on this side, so they'll put it on a lower temperature. On this, probably 3/4 of the turn's going to do what you're going to want. That's going to put you about probably right at 400 degrees, give or take. It's a manual, it's not a thermostat to control the units, it's a manual. So it's kind of it's a guessing game, and you just kind of work with it and figure it out. Seasoning your grid, turn it on low, let it run a little while, spray it down with some ham a couple times, let it burn through, let it kind of soak up the oil. If you really want to get good, I'd get a little, what I do is get a paper towel and just pour some oil on it and just wipe it down when it's a little warm and just wipe it down real good and you'll see that grid up real good. Has nothing to do with flavor, has nothing. Charcoal, that's the big thing about charcoal. Charcoal is the flavor comes from these grids, not from what's underneath it, it's actually from the grid. So once you cook on it a while, be good and seasoned. To start off with just rubbing out some oil and spray with some ham and stuff like that.
Any question? Wipe them down or?
Yeah, if y'all got a, I'm sure you do somewhere, just like you do at home, charcoal at home, just take a wire brush it down, everything go down. I like to burn mine off. If I cook real heavy, I turn it on high. You can cover it with a sheet pan if you like, which will make that heat reflect down, burn it real good. Make sure you don't forget it's there, because that's one of the biggest things that starts a fire. You're just pressing that heat down here, that heat has nowhere to go, and everything that's in here will catch a fire. And you got to, it's not that big a problem. Just make sure when you do it, take it off. I'd leave it on maybe 5 minutes at full power, pull the thing off with a pair of tongs, put it in the dishwasher, and you're done. And then you just turn it off. Or you just burn it off without doing that. Depending on how much you use it, depending on what you're cooking in it. Any questions on that?
I have a question in regards to the gas, turning all the gas on. If you're just using the stove, you turn all the gas on and full off.
I would do this. Once you crank up, whenever you're on the 23rd, I would get everything up and running. I'd put every pile of light on and I'd leave it on. The amount of gas that's going to burn as it sits is minimal. The amount of trouble it is to turn those things on and off and relight is maximum. So I would just leave it on. You don't have to leave the hood on when all the appliances are off. The amount of heat that comes off those power lights is very, very good. Can't feel it. It will warm up the kitchen a little bit. I can assure you that. The first thing you do when you walk in here, first thing I do in any kitchen, I'll walk in, I'll put the hood on. And that way you start to pull that, whatever heat's coming off those power lights, you pull it off. So, walk in the place, turn on the hood, turn on the lights. If you're going to get started cooking immediately, go ahead and start your fryer up. Crank everything up you're going to be cooking on that day, and let it turn off your fire. After you turn off your equipment, leave the hood running. I'd leave the hood running to the left for the day, and just leave it running. That way you can still pull any fumes that might come up. For the most part, pilot lights, unless you dump the bottles. We make these, I'll go into this right now. We make our pilot lights on the Imperial range with this covers that pilot light. So if you do dump something over it, it doesn't put out your pilot light. If you do pull out your pilot light, you grab a lighter, light it back up. You know, like I said, it's just like a pilot light as your water heater comes. Same thing with this. I would cover that. The lot of stuff does tend to get down in here. You very rarely will have the opportunity or the need to clean these, but they do come off. You can run them through the dishwasher if you choose. A lot of people will take them and just brush them off. That's the only people I ever see do that in Mexican restaurants because they make a mess. And I mean, there's everything over. So what happens is these things get clogged and they don't get a good flame. This is a real good distribution cap for ranges. It's probably one of the best in the industry based on the distribution of the flame. Gives you a real pretty blue flame. I will say this, when you turn this thing on and your flame is not blue, call me or call a service guy and let's find out why. You don't want a yellow flame, you're getting too much air, you're not getting enough pressure on your gas, one or the other. And they need to do a little check at that point. Most likely you've got 3/4 lines put over